All right. We are happy to announce that we have come to a conclusion. The judges, once again this year, have had a wonderful time debating the games and looking at all the games and deciding who the winners are going to be. But first, we have been sponsored this year. Thank you very much to MobilityWare. And Curtis wanted to say a brief word before we got started. So Curtis, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you. I just wanted to ask a question. Can we all believe that we're here virtually instead of in a school somewhere? The journey here, takes thousands of hours from all the people that prep to make this happen, from the students, the schools, and everything involved to get here. And then, of course, the world changed, and there was a fear that we wouldn't get this to happen. And so I was just joyful that we were able to do that, that all of these people continued to work together to try to set up tech, to try to work remotely, that the students and the teachers and the staff and all the schools and everybody worked together to make this happen. So I'm Curtis Murphy. I'm a VP of engineering at MobilityWare, and you may not have heard of us. You probably know people who have played our games. And I say that because we make some of the most played games in the world: card games, casual games, jigsaw puzzles, solitaire, these sorts of things. And the real reason that I'm here is because I love what we're doing here. We were asked, and I was thrilled to sponsor this activity. And so we've been participating for many, many years. And for us, it's a no-brainer. Bill started out really nicely, and he said, I'm going to just kind of quote, "This whole thing is to help people get job skills and connections." And that, to me, is what it's all about. All of you students, all of you people working together to network, to become stronger. This is an amazing experience for you, for your resume, for you to have built and actually made a title that you submitted and became a finalist. So huge kudos for you. From our perspective, we have hired lots of you in the past. So last year we had 4 people, I think, from this event that now worked or have worked in that time at MobilityWare. We've hired lots more over the years. So if you're interested and you think you're doing great products and you want to help bring joy to others one game at a time, that's our mission statement. Reach out to Curtis Murphy and MobilityWare. There's lots of ways to find me. Okay, with that, I would like to say congratulations to all of the finalists, all of the schools, all of the participants, the artists, the musicians, engineers, production, and everybody that it takes to make these products. We see the text that people have been saying. The products this year were amazing. The quality just continues to go up. Huge kudos to all of you. Well done and congratulations. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, thank you. One of the things that you should note is that we always have a hard time debating, which is why we give ourselves lots of time to figure out what the winners are. And this year is no exception. So with that said, the only other thing I will say is that our other sponsor is IEEE Orange County section and the IEEE GameSIG, which we're very happy to have had their support as well. And to be part of IEEE, which is a great organization, we encourage people's participation in that because, again, their mission is education, and we've inherited that mission from them. So with no further ado, let's get to what we're going to talk about today. We have a number of awards to give out, and we're starting with a couple of special recognition awards. And the first one on that is Trash Boy from Chapman University. Colleen, we're giving them an award for the best game for kids because we think it's marvelously appropriate for kids. We know that was part of the mission, but I think it achieved the mission. And Colleen, why don't you say a few words about that?
Well, I just wanted to say that I thought I could give this to my grandson to play, and he'd have a great time, and it'd be challenging enough for him, but yet it's still a lot of fun. And I love the artwork and the fact that it's yours, that you guys did it. It's hand done, and just really congratulations.
Thank you very much, Colleen, and thank you for the team from Trash Boy. Great job on that game. It was a lot of fun to look at what you guys had done. The next item on the list is we have another special award for the best game with heart, and that goes to Cafecadabra from Chapman University. And I'm going to talk about that for a second. I just thought it was an adorable game. I thought the gameplay was very clever. I thought the art was very nice. It had a neat theme to it. It had a lot of potential as a game that I would want to play and enjoy. And as I was seeing the game play out, I always felt like, oh, I understand why they're doing that. That's very interesting. And so there was a lot of good stuff to say about it. We wanted to recognize the fact that, that everybody had really put their heart and soul into the game, and it showed. So that's why Cafecadabra gets the Game with Heart award. Next, now we're on to the final three. In third, the second runner-up for the trophy is Fugue from LCAD. Congratulations to the folks from LCAD, and I'll let Matt talk a little bit about this game.
Yeah, great job, guys, on Fugue. I was really impressed with the style and the work that you'd put into it. It felt like more or less a complete product. It reminded me, I love the low poly art style that you had going. I was really into the whole sound approach to the game. I love that different sounds, you could hear as you got closer, and each sound kind of represented a different element and how those worked and functioned together. Really clever on what you guys did. And I really enjoyed like the main character himself. I liked the look of him. Something about him I thought was very kind of iconic in a way. And I loved how he used his voice to kind of activate these different things. So overall, really well done, guys. It was a really clever, cool concept. I could definitely see that on the indie charts coming up here soon. So good job, guys. Really good job.
All right. Thank you very much, Matt, for those comments. We certainly thought that there was some very unique aspects to that game, and that's what got it a lot of kudos in the debating there. Okay. Number runner-up. So this is the runner-up to the trophy is The Lost and the Wicked from CSU MB. First year they've been in this competition, and they get an award for doing that. And Curtis would like to talk a little bit about it. So Curtis, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, I was thoroughly mesmerized by this game and this title. I definitely was a strong advocate among the judges, and all of the judges liked this different appeal. So what did we like about it? Well, it's a standard genre of a game, a bullet hell experience, and I think it was really executed well and taken in a different place. When I had asked the designers, well, what is this thing going sideways in this RPG all of a sudden mixed in, and it felt a little odd to me. And then we heard, the creators talking about, well, wait a minute, I have to give away a bit of the story. And it's about this deep sort of state that this person is in, maybe depression, maybe anger. They're in a bad place. And he ends with, are you the lost or the wicked? And wow, what a different take. So you take this standard game, spin it over a bit, do some really nice behaviors on it, and it just came out wonderful. And I second Bill. Thank you for CSU Monterey Bay for participating. First entry, bam. Knocked it out of the park. Well done. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you very much, Curtis, for those comments. We certainly thought a lot of the art style. My first impression of it that I wrote down in my notes was, wow, this looks like Berserk, except it's a modern version of Berserk. Anybody who hasn't seen the arcade game from the 1980s, look it up, and you'll see what the echoes of that are, which is marvelous. Okay, let's get on with no further ado to the grand prize winner for this year, the one who will receive the actual physical trophy that we have with your team name and school engraved on the side of the trophy. And it will go to your school to be sitting there for the next year. And I know I'm dragging this out on purpose, is Spellslingers from Chapman University. So congratulations to Chapman for taking the award this year. And Michael wanted to say a few words about that. So go for it, Michael.
Yes, so every one of the judges were very quickly on board with how good this game looks. It takes some really a novel approach to these magic mechanics, and they're clearly put a lot of work into it. And it's a full experience that has a beginning, middle, and end. We've got different levels, and there's a lot of potential to take this into a full product that we can all see released. And it was an excellent job. Kudos to the whole team. Does anyone of the other judges have anything to say about this?
Yeah, sure. I do. Sure. I really liked the combination of spells, the mechanics, the way that worked. A lot of us internally, we talked about, if this ever went multiplayer, how well that would work in a multiplayer setting, and how well you guys could, use those spells in tandem to be a team. Really cool concepts there. I personally love the enemy at the end, and I love the whole Western theme, how you added that in there. Very cool. Well done, guys. Well done.
Yeah, and my comment was that I thought it was very unusual combination of, you had me at Cowboy Wizard, and a lot of what we try to do here is to show people how to do a pitch meeting, how to do what's called the elevator pitch, right? You've heard of that. Well, that's a fabulous elevator pitch. You're a cowboy wizard and you've already got me. I was like, wow, really? That's interesting. And then it proved out that there was actual gameplay there. What I was looking for was, what happens when you do the different spells, and you really called that out well, where you say, well, you can combine the fire and the water and the this and the that in new ways, and they make different effects that have different abilities that are harder to do, but they're worth doing because they have trade-offs. And that's what gameplay is all about. That's what good gameplay is all about. So it struck me that not only is it a fun concept that's immediately able to be grasped. Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, and we can hear you. So I don't know what happened to the audio stream, but we're back. So sorry about that. When did we lose you?
You said it was a fun game.
It was a fun game.
It was a great concept. Goodness gracious. All right. Well, enough of that. I'm not going to go back over all that material, but it's a great concept, and there's a lot of good ideas in there. We'll just leave it at that, and we can talk more offline. And we will certainly talk with the Chapman team as we deliver the trophy to them. So in closing, it's been a great year. I'm glad that we were able to do this online and live. It's not quite the same as the in-person event, but you know what? We had just the same amount of fun, and we hope you all had the same amount of fun too. Many thanks to the judges who did this remotely. And it's a very, we're improvising as we go to some extent, but I think we got the core of it figured out, and the spirit of it certainly has been carried through, and the spirit is evident in all the games that we saw online from all the people who submitted. So thank you very much. We'll definitely do it again next year. And, looking on the bright side, one of the great things about doing this virtually is that we aren't limited as much as we are in the past to geography. So we are hoping for Monterey Bay and schools north of them and schools east of them to be able to enter this next year. And we look forward to seeing yet more entries and yet more excitement. And maybe we'll do it entirely virtual again, or at least partially virtual, in order to be able to capture those additional people, because we really do want to reach the whole country here. Mm-hmm. So thanks to everybody. Thanks to MobilityWare for their sponsorship. Thanks to all the judges for volunteering their time, because keep in mind, they're volunteering all of their time to make this possible. And thanks to the people who contributed to the competition. We are very happy to have you here, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
All right. Say, Bill.
Thank you, guys.
Could I do a real quick screen share? I wanted to share something on the screen.
Oh, wait 1 sec.
Can I do that?
Yes.
On the stream?
I want to share my screen.
Okay.
Real quick. Just one thing.
All right. So you have to click screen share.
Okay.
Discord.
I'm doing it.
Is this for the judges or is this for the live audience?
Anybody.
Okay.
Did you see it?
We have to select the...
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Picture of the trophy.
There you go.
Word.
Thank you, Colleen. Yes, there is the trophy. That is what is going to Chapman.
Yes, going to Chapman.
All right. There we go.
A virtual trophy.
We got some trophy emotes in the chat. Okay, everybody. So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and close out our call with the judges, and we're going to move into we're going to have our closing ceremony in just a little bit for the SGDA section of this, the Student Games Festival as a whole. It's been a wonderful experience. We'll talk more about it in a moment. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Stream pause if you don't have.
Bye.
Great job, guys. Great job, everybody.